Ahoy! This is Zdenka, Darula. I know that many of you watching my channel have been waiting for this video for a long time. Me too. I was getting comments popping up at me from everywhere. What do you think of VILTROX Speedbooster? Is it any good? Is it gonna turn my camera into full frame camera? Well, guess what? I've got such a speed booster right here. I got it last week, had a chance to review it, play with it, tested it out. And today I'm gonna answer all that. What do I think about this speed booster? Is it any good? And mainly, is it gonna turn Canon EOS M50 into full frame camera? Today I will be working with two cameras. One is Canon EOS M50, which is filming right now. The second one is my main DSLR, which is Canon 5D Mark III. I have three lenses, EF lenses, Canon 50mm lens, 24-105 and 70-200mm. What am I gonna be doing today? Obviously testing, and it's a lot of fun because when you just think you know it all about your equipment, sometimes you realize you don't know much. So let's dive right into it. Let's start with photo samples. We'll look at video right after. Here is 50mm lens on Canon 5D Mark III DSLR. This is how it looks like when it's on full frame camera. Second photo here, we have Canon EOS M50 with 50mm lens on it and just regular adapter. And here we get that 1.6 crop because of the cropped sensor. So right now the lens actually became 80mm lens. Here I need to mention something for you to realize. Truthfully, I needed to realize it myself, thanks to Paul. Hi Paul. Because I shoot on full frame camera for so many years, and this is my first mirrorless camera with cropped sensor. Whenever you put any lens on Canon EOS M50, even the kit lens, you need to multiply the focal length 1.6 times because of the cropped APS-C sensor. So for example, the kit lens, which comes with the Canon EOS M50, 15-45mm, is really equivalent to 24-72mm. Lastly, I have photo here, which was taken with Canon EOS M50, speed booster and the 50mm lens. Let's just compare the photo from full frame DSLR and Canon EOS M50. The lens now becomes 56mm, which is a lot closer to the 50mm on DSLR. f-stop is lowered as well from 1.8 to 1.2, which means two things. You will get a lot nicer bokeh, which is the blurry background, and you can also get a lot more light in, which means you can use faster shutter speed and lower ISO. Let's quickly look at the other two lenses. Here is a photo from Canon 5D Mark III, which I took with the 24-105. Here is photo from Canon EOS M50 with regular adapter and 24-105mm lens. I had it obviously zoomed on the lowest 24 to make sure I get a very wide angle. Lastly, here's a photo with speed booster and 24-105mm on Canon EOS M50. Much closer again to the full frame camera. Let's quickly zoom in 100% and look at it. When I pulled out the telephoto lens outside and I tried to see how much I can see on Canon EOS M50, here is a photo I took with actually speed booster first. It is much closer to the full frame camera when I zoom all the way in. Here is another photo I took with just regular adapter and I put it in a Canon EOS M50. Now I gotta say, I was quite surprised how much I can see because of the cropped sensor 1.6 times. 200mm now becomes to 320mm. I can see so much more. I can get so much further. That will be amazing lens for windsurfing shots in the summer. Anyways, I was very impressed. Let's zoom in 100% and see. It's very sharp, the quality is beautiful. I don't have any issue with that. If you are wondering what the focal length will be on a Canon EOS M50 and the speed booster, all you have to do is multiply the focal length by 1.13 times to get the end result. And now it's time to test out the video. I'm not gonna do video with the Canon 5D Mark III, I simply hate doing video on that one. Let's put 50mm lens with regular adapter on a Canon EOS M50. Now we are looking at footage 50mm lens with speed booster at 1080p. Another footage here we have is 50mm with regular adapter in 4K. And here is footage with 50mm lens and speed booster in 4K. A crop is much smaller now. What do I think? Well, when you put 50mm lens with adapter or speed booster on Canon EOS M50, listen to this when it's focusing. In a very simple words, 50mm lens is EF lens, it's not the STM. STM lenses such as the kit lens 15 to 45mm have different technology which makes the focusing extremely silent. So for me, if I'm gonna be using 50mm lens or any other EF lens on this camera, I'm gonna be using it for B-roll. It is absolutely amazing to use it for B-roll. But if I'm gonna be using it for talking like right now, I'm definitely going to reach for STM lens like this kit lens 15 to 45mm. I also noticed that the autofocus with the speed booster is definitely much faster than the autofocus with just regular adapter. I read online about the battery issue. Well, if you leave the speed booster on Canon EOS M50 overnight turned off in the morning, it will drain your battery a lot. So just get into the habit that you will take it off from your camera. I do it anyways, I just leave whatever I want on the camera or I don't leave any lens. So just get into the habit and you should be fine. Also, the VILTROX suggests that if you are changing lenses, you take the speed booster off your camera, change the lens, then put it back on together. Don't leave the speed booster on the camera, just detach the lens and just attach it again to avoid error which might be lens rejection. Answer to the question if you can turn Canon EOS M50 into full frame camera. No, you cannot. It can get a lot closer to the full frame camera, but there is so much more to the full frame camera. That's why the price difference. What I always say, you cannot turn regular van into a Ferrari. Do you really need speed booster? For the price, it's amazing. When you think about it, you are gaining extra lenses, prime lenses. For example, the 50mm lens with the regular adapter is 80mm lens. With the speed booster is 56mm lens. Plus you get lower f-stop, you get more light in. It's amazing for low light situations. For B-roll, you get huge variety. Right now it feels like actually I have way too much equipment, way too many lenses. I don't even know what to do with all of them. It gives me such a different range now. I have to kind of get it through my head first to decide what I really need for the next shoot to take with me, because there's just so much I gained right now because of this. It is definitely worth it by my opinion. I'm very pleased. I was first very skeptical. I was seeing all these videos online about it and I was like thinking, oh yeah, well, they're just selling it, you know, they're just, maybe it's a little bit overrated, but now that I got it, I'm hooked. I like it myself. I'm definitely hooked. So that's it when it comes to speed booster video. If you're waiting about my eye updates, just I'll say something after I say goodbye, okay? For the new faces, if you like today's video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to all future videos. If you have any questions, comments, want to say hello or suggest topic for future video, please leave it in the comments section below. I read all the comments and I always try to respond as much as I can. Now, when it comes to my eye, I'm seeing optometrist tonight. I had to wait for a while to get the appointment. I'm not feeling pain right now, which is good. I'm still seeing those floaters though. But what I want to say mainly that I would love to thank you from bottom of my heart for all comments you guys left me and girls left me, also for emails. Many of you were sharing your stories, your life stories as well. It brought me so much closer to you. I want to just explain, when you start a YouTube channel and you start filming the videos and you kind of look at the lens, it kind of feels very silly just to talk to the lens because you don't see any people behind it. Now that the channel grew into 5,000 subscribers, some of you are already kind of new from the comments. We were communicating back and forth, but now that you were writing me so much more, I just don't see the elevator anymore in just a few comments. I actually see real people. I got to know you. Many of you I already know by name, and it is fantastic. I'm realizing that I have such an amazing, fantastic group of people there. You guys are phenomenal, just beautiful people, all of you. So thank you very much from bottom of the heart for all these comments and emails. You definitely mentally lifted me up. As you can tell, I'm in a better mood today. So yeah, it is just, I'm just blown away what kind of people you are. Anyways, thank you so much. Keep you updated, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ahoy.